Che, ¿este puzzle estaba antes? Lo noto como más raro, ¿no? Como más oscuro.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes.
A very good day to you, my friend. Is Inspector Lestrade in?
Sí, está.
I'm sorry, sir, but the inspector's absent at the moment.
Oh, rayos.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes. Quiero ver si tenía sus cosas. Acá está, lo sabía. Una carta. El señor F. Wayne, director de la empresa Wayne & Sons. Estimado amigo, sus carteles para la gran exposición de los Kew Gardens son muy bellos, pero sin duda no será necesario que en ellos aparezca todo el personal. Con mi nombre bastará. Mountain Dune. Ok. Ok, eso demuestra mucho de cómo era el tipo, ¿eh? Carta del club.
Card for the London Crest Club.
Ok.
A beautiful feather pen of a good make.
Una buena pluma
This watch is of great value.
y un reloj muy caro. Ok. Ahí está, bajamos por el cadáver. Ahí está mi buen amigo. Y para el otro lado. Ahí está.
First of all, let us carry out an external examination.
Sí.
There are no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external examination, so that we can proceed with the autopsy.
Sí, sí. Brazo izquierdo.
Nothing suspicious here.
Nada de sospechoso ahí. Sospechoso, digo.
No redness, stings, or bruises.
Bueno, ahora vamos por la cabeza. Lo más obvio.
The air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma.
Qué loco.
There is an injury to the skull, most probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse. The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal.
Ok.
Now, let us examine the internal organs.
Vamos a abrirlo. A ver, su corazón.
The heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs.
Ok.
The heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs.
No sufría del corazón.
The lungs are congested and edematous.
Ok, no sé qué significa eso, pero bueno. ¡Épale!
The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant.
Ok. Su hígado.
The liver is enlarged. It would seem that he was suffering from an alcohol addiction.
Toma demasiado alcohol el tipo. Era alcohólico.
The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs.
Pero no tenía ninguna patología. Ay, el estómago.
The stomach tissues show no visible pathological signs.
Ok. Ah,
There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death.
desayunó antes de morir.
My suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning, plant poisoning.
Ok, murió asesinado.
You mean
Yes, it is murder.
Hay un asesino ahí.
form Lestrade?
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The child.
El reto.
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any
Wow.
kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
Au.
No, we also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
Ok.
Also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
Sí.
No. A few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs.
Ok.
Yes, Watson. It is time now to open the doors.
Abrir las
Even
puertas.
those in the staff building. I suppose that is necessary.
We should
Sí.
also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
Montague Dunn.
Enjoying this already, aren't you?
More than a little.
Qué cara de loco. Da miedo de vez en cuando Sherlock. Ahí está. Los asesinos deben ser de los que robaron las plantas exóticas, incluidas las especies letales, de la última exposición de los 𝓡𝓔𝓚𝓛𝓔𝓢. Ok. Vamos poco a poco avanzando, Robas, impresionar el oficio del Kew Gardens de comprar información sobre Mountain Dew. Averiguar quién mató al señor Mountain Dew. ¿Tengo algún para diálogo? No. Vamos a interrogar allá entonces. Hay que interrogar a la gente. Por fin hacer algo. Hola. Sala colonial vacía. Uy, cuántas cosas,
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
Sí.
But, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
Eso, ¿verdad? La relación con Dunn.
As deputy director, how was your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better.
Ok.
You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression, great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic. So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that, if you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
Ajá. Estilo de vida de Dunn.
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Exacto.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say? He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That and
Ok.
And
he had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
Oh. Entiendo. Las llaves.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before, and now all of a sudden he is trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
Oh, está preocupado por su puesto de trabajo. Tiene miedo que se lo robe un nene.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks.
Oh, qué cruel.
Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was.
¿En serio?
Oh, yes. He forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Ay, qué cruel.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure.
Qué cruel,
It was
hijo
with the
puta.
intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
Margaret White. Hable de ella.
Mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany.
Interesante.
You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why?
Inocente. ¿A qué se refiere?
She used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn, and he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
¿Qué? Dios mío. Las plantas letales.
Tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
Ok.